Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the Design and Make Innovation Forum presented by Autodesk in association with NDTV. The objective of the Design and Make Innovation Forum today is clear. It is accelerating India's journey towards becoming a global leader in technology-driven innovations, which is, of course, fueling our collective Viksit Bharat vision. To set the context, I would like to invite up on stage Andrew Anagnost, President and CEO, Autodesk.
Thank you so much to our distinguished guests here, our distinguished speakers, panelists, and everybody that's come here. I really appreciate that you come here. It's really great to be in a room filled with people who are shaping the future of how India designs and makes. As India continues to build on its Viksit Bharat vision towards becoming a $30 trillion economy, we see tremendous opportunity for technology to be a key accelerator. At Autodesk, our mission is to unlock capacity so that customers can leverage technology to design and make more housing for communities, more resilient infrastructure for a changing climate, more factories to produce more products that shape how we live and work, more stories brought to life through more movies and games, all achieved with fewer resources, less time, better outcomes for everyone. So let's first talk about unlocking capacity in one of the most critical areas for India, infrastructure. Infrastructure projects are not merely about connecting physical assets like roads, bridges, or buildings. They're about laying the foundation for economic transformation, regional connectivity, and inclusive prosperity. Consider some of the infrastructure projects behind me that all relied on the critical use of technology to meet very complex goals. We're focused on integrating AI into our tools to augment workflows from engineers to designers to planners and more. AI helps drive efficiency across disciplines by handling tedious tasks and repetitive tasks, enhancing decision-making and increasing collaboration. Now that's not all we're doing. We're also working with Autodesk to support resilient water infrastructure, and we're doing this by leveraging our digital tools. Autodesk is able to model thousands of water distribution scenarios in hours, not months, using cloud-powered simulations and smart scripting. Autodesk is the official design and make platform of the LA Olympic and Paralympic Games and Team USA. We're excited about LA 28's ambitious commitment to adapt existing infrastructure, and we're supporting LA 28's more than $1 billion worth of temporary overlay and construction plan. Our technology will help retrofit over 40 venues across the Los Angeles metro area. And this is going to shorten timelines, it's going to reduce cost, and it's going to accelerate sustainable design principles across all the projects. Our tools are changing how we design, engineer, and make critical products, connecting disciplines across the entire project lifecycle. Now take, for example, Swiss drones. They develop advanced unmanned helicopters to perform precise, repeatable infrastructure inspections. Their drones reduce CO2 emissions by 90% and enhance safety compared to traditional manned flights. They use our solutions from start to finish for prototyping, design, and manufacture. Autodesk AI expands the possibilities of what people can make. So whether you are looking at transformation in media and entertainment, design and manufacturing, or in the architecture and engineering construction community, Autodesk helps unlock capacity and drive the next wave of growth. We're focused on and deeply committed to India as a region. Our digital tools and AI help accelerate its $30 trillion vision to become the world's third largest economy. As India builds this future, Autodesk is building with it. Thank you very much.
It is our privilege to welcome a leader at the forefront of this transformation. Please put your hands together for Union Minister of State for Corporate Affairs and Road Transport and Highways, Shri Harsh Malhotra.
मंत्री जी नमस्कार। क्या आपको लगता है कि अब हमारे देश में एक होड़ लगी हुई है स्टेट्स के बीच में, सिटीज़ के बीच में कंपटीशन चल रहा है कि कौन सबसे ज़्यादा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर दिखाए, और इसमें सबसे ज़्यादा पहला नंबर कनेक्टिविटी, रोड और हाईवेज का आता है।
देश के अंदर 2014 से पहले और 2014 के बाद बहुत बड़ा ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन आया
जी।
और इस ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन का सबसे बड़ा कारण, आप डिफरेंस देखेंगे आज़ादी के बाद से लेकर के 2014 तक के जो 65-67 साल और 14 से लेकर के अब 25 तक की 11 साल का जो इतना बड़ा ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है, उसके पीछे सबसे बड़ा कारण देश के प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सोच और उनकी टीम के द्वारा उस प्लानिंग का एग्जीक्यूशन
जी।
पर्टिकुलरली जब मैं रोड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की बात करता हूं तो 2014 से पहले देश के अंदर 91,000 किलोमीटर का नेशनल हाईवेज थे
जी।
आज वो बढ़कर 1,40,000 किलोमीटर का नेशनल हाईवे बना है। मतलब 11 वर्षों में लगभग 55,000 किलोमीटर का नेशनल हाईवे बनके तैयार हुआ है, जनता के लिए, जनता को सुपुर्द किया गया है। तो जो आज़ादी से लेकर के और 65 वर्षों में जो हुआ, लगभग उतना ही काम 65 वर्ष वर्सेस 11 इयर्स जो 11 वर्षों में हुआ है, वो बहुत रिमार्केबल है।
तो मंत्री जी, हम जब इसको देखें, इसमें अब टेक्नोलॉजी का कितना बड़ा योगदान रहा है?
आज देश में जितना डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन होता है, पूरे विश्व का 50% ऑफ द डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन भारत में हो रहा है। और ये इसका कारण है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी की योजना से बैंक अकाउंट, मोबाइल और आधार कार्ड को कनेक्ट किया गया है, जिसके कारण से आज जो गरीब से गरीब, छोटे से छोटा व्यापारी, रेडी पटरी वाला व्यापारी भी है, वो भी यूपीआई के माध्यम से डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन करता है
जी।
जब वो डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन करता है तो इसका अर्थ ये है कि वो इकोनॉमी की मेन स्ट्रीम में जा रहा है। ये सबसे बड़ा टेक्नोलॉजी का फायदा देशवासियों को हुआ है। और इसके अलावा अगर हम रोड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की बात करें तो उसमें आज जहां पर टोल का पेमेंट है वो फास्टैग से टोल पेमेंट होता है। अब जो टोल प्लाजाज हैं वहां पर लंबी लंबी लाइनें नहीं दिखाई देती। और तो और बहुत से स्थानों पर हम ऑटोमेटिक नंबर प्लेट रिकॉग्निशन के माध्यम से भी
जी।
जो कि अब हम पूरे देश में लागू करने जा रहे हैं कि आप जितना हाईवे पर ट्रेवल करेंगे, अभी क्या होता है कि आप एक जगह से हाईवे पे एंटर किया, टोल पेमेंट किया, चाहे आप 10 किलोमीटर बाद एग्जिट कर जाएं, पर आपको टोल उतना ही देना पड़ेगा जितना उस पर स्पेसिफाइड है। जब हम ANPR मतलब ऑटोमेटिक नंबर प्लेट रिकॉग्निशन के माध्यम से टोल देंगे तो हम अगर 10 किलोमीटर पर एग्जिट करेंगे तो हमें सिर्फ 10 किलोमीटर का टोल पेमेंट करना है। तो ये टेक्नोलॉजी के कारण से संभव हो पा रहा है। और इसमें लगातार जो भी ग्लोबल प्रैक्टिसेस, बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस है, उसको हम अडॉप्ट भी कर रहे हैं। और अब तो मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि हमारे देश के इंजीनियर्स, हमारे देश के टेक्नोक्रेट्स, वो अपना सारा ब्रेन विद द हेल्प ऑफ द सर्टेन सॉफ्टवेयर्स, हम डिजिटली इक्विप्ड हो रहे हैं इन नॉट ओनली इन रोड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एंड टोल सिस्टम बट इन एवरी फील्ड ऑफ एवरी डिपार्टमेंट।
आपके नेतृत्व में स्पेशली रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट जो विकसित हो रहा है भारत में, वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। और हम देखेंगे और सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स कितने अच्छे से कंट्री का, देश का भला करते हैं, आगे जाके इम्प्रूवमेंट होता है हमारा। थैंक यू मंत्री जी।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद
जी।
We've heard about the strategic need for technologies like AI, robotics, next-gen materials, advanced design to meet national targets. Now we're going to meet the leaders who are actually deploying these disruptive tools on the ground. And to host this discussion, please put your hands together for NDTV's Suchetna Ray.
India's infrastructure and construction sectors are being reshaped by technology. From AI-driven design and digital twins to prefabrication, drones, and sustainable materials. The question now isn't whether these innovations will transform India's growth. The question is how fast and how deeply. Steve, I'll start with you first. Autodesk powers much of the world's design and engineering innovation. Considering India's massive ambitions when it comes to infrastructure to become a Viksit Bharat, how can emerging technologies like AI, outcome-based BIM, and prefabrication revolutionize construction speed, cost, as well as sustainability?
Yeah, thanks. So let's frame the opportunity or the challenge. There's going to be $1.7 trillion spent on infrastructure. And by 2047, all of the infrastructure and assets that will exist then, 70% of them do not exist today. So what got us here is not what will get us there in 2047. Things have to be done differently. We need to be more effective. We need to leverage data. We need to take advantage of global ecosystems. So at Autodesk, we are providing a design and make platform that enables you to have connected data across the life cycle from design to construction to operation. This is a huge challenge, but I am certain that what India has already accomplished, it is set now to take this to the next level and accomplish its goal.
Right. I'll move to Bridge with this question. How are Indian companies who operate in infrastructure, say real estate, embedding sustainability and climate resilience when they adopt cutting-edge technology?
Technology really play a big role when question comes about integrating all the efforts. And what you mentioned about $1.7 trillion economy, where basically you got to spend in infrastructure out of 4.2 trillion, which is humongous. And without leveraging technology, I don't think it is possible to achieve the aspiration of Viksit Bharat. So to me, whatever asset class I have handled, whether you talk about real estate or infrastructure in my career, be it Mumbai Delhi airport or even in DLF, good 300 million square foot of all asset class, I think Autodesk has played a very vital roles, and this is a platform where you can integrate all the efforts seamlessly for complete project life cycles. And today AI is in other levels, which is helping me for getting consistent results and with the speed and accuracy, which is irreplaceable, Thank you.
I'll move to Kaushal. KAC operates at a national scale, from power to railways. How are technologies like AI-driven project management or digital twins changing project execution and also outcomes on the ground?
So I'm representing a construction industry. I'm from the EPC company.
Right.
And traditionally an EPC company, a construction company, is a labor-intensive company. In a labor-intensive company, if you are looking for a breakthrough improvement in productivity, it can come through only technology. So therefore, in KEC, we have been seeing technology not as an option, but always seeing it as a necessity. In fact, sitting over here, I'm recollecting 32 years back when I joined KEC, my first assignment was to install the CNC machines in a tower manufacturing unit. So from 1993, when we installed the CNC machine, first CNC machine, then we started using drone. Even those days, we started using drone to do the power line crossings. Today, we are using drones for doing the stringing in the hilly terrain. So this is one of the use of the technology by which we have been able to remove the obstacles in doing the stringing in a hilly terrain. Today, I am proud to say that we have 27 million safe working hours only because we have been able to monitor the safety at our project site, in our factories, through our own in-house developed platform. Today, we are also using AI ML-driven tools for ensuring the quality in our galvanizing plants. So the technology is there in all aspects. In engineering, we are using BIM. In construction, we are using digital technologies for monitoring the progress. In procurement also, we are using technology. So it's everywhere.
Right. I'll come to Amit with my question. We've heard how technology is helping in project monitoring, in ensuring safety. I would I would want you to answer this question, especially the fact that Delhi Metro is often seen as India's infrastructure benchmark. Now, how are you integrating technology to increase energy efficiency and climate resilience? I'm sure our audience would be waiting to hear that.
I'm sure you know about Delhi Metro. We have a network of 400 kilometers. We are catering to 7 million passengers a day. And this kind of delivery is not possible without technology. Metro services are inherently energy efficient, but not only in operations, but also during the design and construction phase, we ensure that these design principles follow certain guidelines. All of our stations follow IGBC guidelines for energy efficiency. We use lots of natural lighting, natural ventilation systems to reduce energy emission, the carbon emissions. So, as part of design, sustainability is integral part of our design process itself. And we thoroughly use BIM models. We have our own project monitoring tool, which is STEM, that is system for tracking and monitoring projects. And we use BIM models, which is integrated with STEM. So all the Revit model that is created through BIM become the foundation for monitoring the projects. And we are able to monitor the construction process on real-time basis.
Thank you to everybody. That was a fascinating conversation that showed us how technology is not just transforming how we build, but why we build.
Welcome to all the esteemed panelists, and I am very excited to draw upon all your experiences when we think of smart nation by design. Andrew, beginning with you, with your vantage point of really cutting across so many sectors, meeting so many entrepreneurs and the government agencies, what do you think is the potential for India while India is still at a nascent stage of building the infrastructure?
You know, it's interesting. India is not necessarily nascent. It's just got a lot of infrastructure to build. When you heard earlier from Steve, 70% of the infrastructure that needs to be built within the 20-year time frame they're talking about hasn't been built yet. 70%, right? So I think here's what's really important for India. If just a fraction of that infrastructure goes over budget or is late in delivery, it impacts the ability to build the rest of that infrastructure. You want every single one of those infrastructure projects to be as efficient and as effective as possible.
Captain Sharma, how do you see this design, technology, and the overall trust improving from your vantage point?
Now, as Andrew is saying, we are good learners. So, as a smart nation, we have to have that vision and purpose, which the current government and the current private players are very much focused on, be it enhancing everyday life of people, be it mobility, health, safety, services, and be it improving governance, where government is creating digital delivery system, transparency. Minister talked about UPI. And same time, we are also boosting our economy.
Yes.
Where innovation is well supported, entrepreneurship is well supported.
Yes.
And we are focusing on global competitiveness.
Yes.
Earlier, that was not the focus. Now, we want to compete, the Make in India product want to compete with the world. And then, same time, we are also ensuring environmental and social sustainability. These are the 4 things which are required for a vision. We have it. Government has it. As private players, we are working on it.
Yes.
We need to continuously learn on this.
Nimisha, from your point of view, you have so much insight into how globally technology is being used for better infrastructure. What is the potential that lies ahead for India for these smart designs and smart cities?
So if you look at the use of technology or a digital twin in infrastructure development, the kind of gains that you can get are, you can't even measure them. Because traditionally what's happened is that we focus more on the construction side and less on the operation side. And that is a paradigm shift that needs to happen. So if we talk about, let's say, a digital twin, we started implementing that within our organization because, our technology is only good if you can find business use cases behind it. Implementing technology just for the sake of it does not make any sense. So when we started this implementation within our organization, the intent was to kind of incubate the technology. But very quickly, it's become the way we are managing our entire infrastructure. If I give you an example, we were facing issues in terms of our cooling in the facility. So we deployed sensors in our facility. And when the heat map started coming in the digital twin, we realized that the problem area was the facade. And that led us to deploy solar films, which not only cut down on the heat gain, but actually led to a 20% decrease in the energy utilization. So that was a clear gain as far as the technology is concerned. We could see cost benefits through that implementation.
So Stuart, your company has announced International City, Smart City, and definitely there has to be a market offtake, an understanding and an adoption in the market for you to come with a product like this. How do you see this particular aspect? Because India is a price-sensitive market.
Yeah, we just launched Gurgaon International City recently, which will be, ticks all the boxes really of a smart infrastructure and the smart nation. It brings together innovation, technology, sustainability, and we're developing a township that will have all the aspects of manufacturing for growth and the innovation that's coming, as well as a place where people can live and work in harmony with the environment in a sustainable lifestyle. Now that's at the moment 50 acres that we will grow to 200 acres, but the design of that and the design aspect of it to make it smart, sustainable, and also future-proof is vital to the success. And we need to put in the early design, innovation, using the tools and the digital technology that we have to ensure that design stands up to the future. We're looking at predictive things. We're looking at how we can do predictive maintenance. We as a company are embracing as much digital technology as we can. And that really is the future for us as we develop these next level infrastructure developments. And they need to be connected, they need to be joined up. And a lot of our work is working with the supply chain also to ensure that we have that resilience and, design embedded in early so we can get the right answers to the questions from a sustainability and a long-term delivery perspective.
Very interesting discussion. Thank you so much, all of you, for getting us insights. And I'm sure that our audience also enjoyed it as much as I did, learning from all our esteemed panelists. Thank you so much, all of you, and thanks to the audience.